Hey, welcome back, guys. So I'm going to be trying a different approach to this to kind of get this to work properly. So let me just turn off transparency. Then I'll just isolate this piece. Even when it's still isolated, it's still camera navigations are still quite annoying. So I'm just going to let's see if I can copy this subtool and go to another canvas. So I'm just going to delete everything that I have in this canvas. Okay. Now copy this sphere. Come to this new canvas. Now just paste this in here. Okay. That kind of maintains everything. Let's see if it will give us better camera movements. Well, probably not. Okay. Let's just make do with what we have. So I'll add one in here. Why? Because I want to kind of push that out. So trying to avoid interceptions as much as I can. So let's try adaptive skin. Okay. So we have this at 52K. Let's see what happens when I kind of double this. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Let's just try 6,000. Oh, the maximum is, so I can't go beyond this. Don't know why I get stick in the meantime I do this. Okay, so now I'm kind of change some of the settings in here, just this G radial. Then I'm still moving and adjusting. No. Then I'm still moving and great. Then I'm still moving and adjusting some of this. Anywhere I find interceptions, I'm trying to, let's say, create a new sphere in here. Scale this down. Then move this down a bit. just to avoid interceptions as much as possible. So I'm probably guessing I will need to kind of scale down most of all of this. But there are actually a lot of these spheres around here. Scaling all of them down is going to take a lot of time and a bit of work. But it's necessary work to kind of get this to look right. We're almost there. Just a few more corrections to be made. Probably scale this down and move this down a bit and try this again. Now we have something cleaner. There's not merging to it's not merging to the closest polygon in there. When we're done with this and then we do a zero match, that will kind of clean up some of the issues we have in here. But I think we're getting something a bit cleaner now. I want like 0 interceptions on this, like 0 interceptions. So when I kind of start using the zero mesh and then from the deformations tab, try to get a negative inflate on this. Then from there on we can create something a bit cleaner. Just checking this all around. I want like 0 interceptions on this. Okay. I think we're in a good spot. Alright. I think I can live with this. So what I'm going to do now is to, let's see. First things first, let's just copy, paste. Just to have another version in there. No, cancel that. Let's go back to this. This is the original one. This is the original. Let's delete the other. I don't want to lose. I need to have a backup. Copy, paste. Okay. So now I can work with this backup now. Okay, no, sorry, we already have a backup. This is the backup. This is the original. So this let's work with this now. Okay, so I'll just go back to adaptive skin, preview. That looks fine. Make skin adaptive. Okay. I like how this is separated out into poly groups, which is fine. Then I'm going to copy this and I'll go back to the original canvas in here. I think I can temporarily hide this. Then paste the new one in here. Then I can just isolate this. And I can isolate this. First of all, let me do a quick save. I don't want to lose what I just did. Let me just do a quick save for this. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is to try and shrink this down. So I'm going to be using, let's make another backup of this. So I'm going to be using the deformation tab for this. So I'll do an inflate in negative value, something like so. Let me just kind of visualize this and let's see how this is. This looks fine. I think the size should be just fine. Let me just get a distance on this. This is stylized character, so even if the scale of this is a bit bigger, that should be completely fine. Probably let's just take this down. No, that's way too much. I think, let me just type in a value in there. Let's try -1. No, -1 is actually extreme, so probably just leave this the way it is right now. So we have so many polygons in here. The poly count for this is quite high, which we won't even be needing. So we still need to kind of make some corrections in there. This might take a while, but it'll be much easier to kind of do this. When we have a lower poly count to work with. So let me just blur this out. So I'm kind of maxing them out by. Nah, this is going to give me an issue. I won't do this now. Let me not do this now. I won't do this now. Except for places I need to. That won't give me too much of an issue. So this needs to go down. So I isolate this again. I think I messed that up. So let's just do a regular polish for this. That doesn't seem to be doing much. I will need to use the inflate brush and just inflate this piece. So that is looking too thin. We have some weird issues here that I also need to fix. Bringing this closer. Just trying to get something a bit average in there. One of the reasons why we had a lot of issues kind of using the adaptive scheme was because the scale of our Z sphere was really small. So So we have a lot of issues trying to get this to look smooth and rounded as much as we could. But let's just see how it goes. Let's see if we can fix it and make it more refined and a bit better than it is right now. And to do that, we need to get get better topology on this. So let's start with turning up adaptive. Let me just put this at around 19k, 20k. Let's put this at 20k for now. Keep groups, the edge. The text edge not so much. This is a rounded object. Smooth groups not. Let's turn that on. Let's see what that gives us. Then I'm going to hold down Alt and then click on Zero Mesh. Okay. So this is giving us something a bit better to work with. Except we need to repeat the process again. So I'm just going to click on Zero Mesh again. Fix this issue around here. So there's something a bit cleaner around there, okay? Okay. Let's see what happens when we do a let's try polish by groups for this. A normal regular polish. Okay. But we need something a bit lower than this though. So I'll just click on half, then Zero Mesh. This part is going to be inside of the mesh, so I don't think I'll need to do some more, but I would like to inflate these parts. So we have something around 10k. Let's turn off keep groups for now. Let's see what that gives us. Okay. The only reason why I'm keeping the groups is because let's say I want adjust or move a particular region. I can just easily max out that region and then just do a move. That's why I was keeping the poly groups. But let's keep the poly groups on. Then let's just do a zero match again. Because I still want to have some level of control over this. Okay. I think it's much easier now to move things in place. So should be using the move brush for this. I think I can just start correcting a few things in here now. Though the variation in thickness kind of helps to kind of sell this as being stylized, except for the fact that we need to kind of smooth out some sharp edge on this. Should probably do a general smooth for this. Maybe do a polish. Should just polish out some of those hard edges. Kind of get them looking a bit more rounded, like so. You can see how they're looking a bit more rounded now, which is fine, precisely what we want. Then we can just keep push this down. When I want to smooth, I don't need to use an aggressive smooth for this. You can just do something a bit lighter. You can see how from a distance now it feels a lot better. But obviously we need to kind of make a lot of adjustments to this. Probably inflate some things a bit more. Like this one definitely needs to be inflated. So let's grab the inflate brush. Kind of inflate this out a bit more. So now we can just keep fixing and correcting some stuff as we move along. Hold down Alt and kind of deflate this a bit more. Smooth that down. Deflate this a bit more. The move brush, I need to move some things down, but I'm sure you get the idea already. If not for our weird camera movements, this would have taken us a shorter time to kind of fix, but that's fine. At least we learned a few new tricks along the way. Need to move this junk down. Probably marks anything close to it. Invert the marks. Then then blur the marks a bit more. Then we can kind of get this. Probably invert this, kind of push this down a bit closer. The general idea is just to keep working on it until you have your desired results, because it's not just a one-click solution. You have to go in there and then put in the work. Put in the work until it feels right. There's something down here that needs to come out. This guy needs to come out. Yeah, this piece needs to be out. Now we're back to this weird camera movement. I think we had a bigger shape to work with. It would have been a lot easier. It would have been a whole lot easier with the adaptive skin and the Z-sphere. But these shoelaces are quite smaller, so that's why we had a lot of issues trying to get it to look right. But at least for the most part, I think we have something good enough to work with. At least for this stylized design. If I need to shrink this down a bit more, I can always do that if I want to. I can just easily do this in here with the inflates and get that to look a bit smaller. You can if you want to. Or you can just, now that inflate is this inflate is kind of moving things way too, shrinking it way too down too quickly. So we can easily use the polish, using a larger number of polish a few times. Just go over it a few times until it feels right. Or better still, you can just use this. No, using the polish by groups means you have, it kind of sharpens some of these where two poly groups are kind of meeting themselves. And we don't necessarily want that. So we, let's see if, yes, think polish by feature should do the trick for us. Polish by feature should do the trick. Then we can still go in there and start moving and adjusting things in place. You can see how it shrinks some parts way too much, so we need to kind of inflate that again. So with the inflate brush, come in here and inflate this piece. Inflate this also. Same around here. Let's go across so it doesn't feel weird. Same here also. Okay. Let's get this from the side view. Move and move brush to move this in place. And smooth this down so it's not so aggressive. Right. I think we're in a good place now. I think we can safely and happily. I think let me shoot these guys up. Hold down shift and then I'll just shoot these guys up. Probably won't delete this piece. No, let me shoot this up. Then I'll delete this piece. This piece here, I'll just delete this. I don't need this anymore. Alright. So now we have good topology in there now that we can easily manipulate however we want. I think I'll need to move. I need to raise this up a bit higher. Yes, thank you. Thanks for the reminder. Yes, probably turn this one on. Okay. Why is nothing moving? That's oddly strange. Let's figure out what's wrong with it. Probably just create a new layer instead. White over is go out of isolate. Just need to raise this up a bit higher. Great. Let's go to lower subdivision level so we can actually move. Now we're actually messing with that piece. We don't want to mess with that piece. So smaller brush size should do. Just to lift that up. Right. It should be fine. So now we can select this shoelace. Probably just name this to shoelace now so we know what it is. Okay. Then we can do good, hold, mirror and weld. What is this? Now this is just the strangest thing. Why can't I mirror this to the other side? It's probably the strangest thing right now. Okay, let's try a different approach. So Z plugin, sub to master, mirror. Okay, merge into one sub to here. That's exactly what we want. Okay, just to be on the safe side, let me just do a duplicate of this again. Then mirror. Okay. Yes, awesome. So now we have that in there now. Think I can delete this now. Don't need this anymore. So great. So now I can, let's turn on the trousers and the main piece. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have in there. Yeah, that's fine. That looks completely fine. Except for one thing though. They look completely identical. So let's just break symmetry in there. Let me just turn off these trousers for now. Let's kind of break symmetry in there so it doesn't look completely symmetrical. Okay. Probably use the inflate brush and then just inflate this. Okay. I think that should do the trick. Then let's just subdivide this one more. Is this subdivided at all? Great. Why can't I even see this subdivide? Let me just do a quick save first. Probably need to make this polymesh 3D. Because now there's some features I can't really use in here. Let's make polymesh 3D. If I did not lose anything. Okay, I've made polymesh 3D now, and it's in a new canvas. So let's get this. Probably why we could not see, definitely why we could not see the mirror and word on the previously. So let's copy this and put this in this file. Then we can hide this, then select this and probably rename this to main shoe place. Alright, I think I can delete this now. Delete this, come in here and also delete this. Then how many pieces of this do I have? Delete this also. Delete any unnecessary stuff we don't need. Then I can freely subdivide this now. I can just divide this up, get something a bit cleaner. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. So now we can go back in here and turn this back on. Now that is fine. This we can work with. Alright, awesome. Okay, looking sharp. So in next lesson we're going to carry on to do something else, which would be